make somebody's day with just a smile. Tell me, are we
Hey
doing
folks,
that?
welcome to the very first WOAFM99 Get to Know the Artist. Okay, so what we're going to do now every week before the episode on Sunday, we're going to introduce to you the artists that are going to be featured on the Sunday show. So this is the Get to Know episode. Where I just introduce the artist, I give you a critique maybe of the song, what I like about it, maybe I don't like about it, and if the artist is just, recently had some chart hits, or especially the WOA acts that we're promoting and who have done really, really well, exceptionally well in 2024, and what's coming up in 25. So things like that. So every week, Friday night, you can tune in to watch Get to Know the Artist of the WOAFM99 radio show. Well, it's the season premiere on Sunday. Season 29, by the way. Season 29. I'm very excited. So season 29 episode, it's going to be the episode 1, of course, premiere. And without further ado, let me introduce to you the artist. So I'm going to kick off with my single tonight, the Garage Sessions version. Because I am planning to do one more version of that song for the new blues project that's coming out, my blues album which is coming out. So we just might have a very electric tonight version, because that's one of my most sort of played songs. It's hit a lot of Apple Music charts and things like that. So I might also do like a live version of that, which I'll tell you about in a second, on my live sessions YouTube show. Anyway, after tonight, we're going to have Gerard Rice with his new single, Starving. Now, one of the special things about tomorrow or Sunday's show is the fact that a lot of songs are not released anywhere. So they're going to be released in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, whatever, and we get to give you the first listen. Okay, so Gerard Rice is a WOA artist. He's hit the Billboard charts recently, in top 10 on the Billboard blues album charts with the album Independent Blues Project that I produced. So this is his new single called Starving. Now this is very sort of R&B. His vocal styling is very T-Pain with the vocoders there. It's a very sort of chilled out dance feel to it. When I say dance, I mean like slow, sexy dance, not like dance, but it's really, really cool song. It's called Starving, and you get to listen to it first before it's released. So I hope you enjoy this song. After Gerard Rice, we've got Ingvi Thor, Maxon. Now, Ingvi is from Iceland, and he does bring in a lot of different singers to sing his songs, because he doesn't speak English that well. And you'll know how he speaks English, because we're going to be using one of his radio plugs on Sunday. So you can hear his accent and realize why he needs other singers to sing in English. But he's one of my favorite artists, actually. He probably doesn't know this, but I listen to a lot of his stuff, his compositions and his productions, because he's got that jazz feel. Most of his songs have either Latin jazz or regular smooth pop jazz, that kind of stuff. And I really like his material. And this one features an artist, the singer called Bodhi. I've not heard stuff from Bodhi before, like his singing before, but this is Bodhi singing on Ingvi Thor's song called Always. Now this is a smooth jazz song. It's almost got a Sade sort of jazz pop feel, if you know what I mean. So that's the sort of sound that this song has, Always. Now Ingvi is going to be part of a very special album releasing in February called the Independent #1's Breakthrough Artist 2. Okay, now this is the second version of the Breakthrough Artist album that we're releasing. Now this is the flagship album from WOA Entertainment, or WOA International, which is a record label. So Breakthrough Artists will feature, I think it's around 10 or 11 artists that we're featuring. And each one is very special to WOA. We really enjoy their music. Ingvi is one of those guys. So this is not the song, by the way. There's a different song coming. So after Ingvi Thor, we've got Gary McPherson, another great artist from the US that I really like. His music is very Americana. It's very sort of country, actually, but it falls more in Americana because it's not very traditional country, But this song that I've selected for the premiere of WFM99 is very honky-tonk, sort of fun country that he doesn't usually do. So when I did hear that song, I was like, you know what, we got to put this on the show. I think folks are going to like it. The song's called Too Far Away. And you let me know what you think about it. Sunday, by the way, 8 p.m. PST is when the show gets released. on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it. Anywhere you get your podcast from, you can listen to it. Sometimes it's delayed by an hour or so because some of the radio stations that do pick up our show, they sometimes ask us not to put the show out until they've released it on their network or whatever. So it's usually around that time though, 8 p.m. PST, which is Pacific Standard Time, which is the latest 8 p.m. that we can get. So hopefully, you get to listen to it on Sunday, 8 p.m. Okay. So after Gary McPherson, we've got Lena B. Now, by the way, I am naming these acts one by one as in after, but it's probably going to be mixed up a little more because when I do the final release of the episode, I might switch a song here or there, I should say, so that it just goes with the flow, like a proper playlist that other stations can just take and put it on their show, which is what we do. A lot of stations take our show and then they just put it into their own platform without any edits, which is why I don't speak in the middle of the songs. I just say the stuff right in the beginning, and then the artists just play their songs back to back, or we have an interview in the middle. So Lena B is a Goa Chill Out Zone artist. She's going to be on our next Goa Chill Out Zone Volume 14, which comes out in February, I believe. Yeah, but this is another song of hers called "Character from a Book." Okay, it's a very unique name for a song, I must say. It's very cool. But the thing about this song, it's got that sort of modern folk chill out feel to it. I can't really place it in a proper genre, to be fair. It's got that acoustic feel, the modern sort of not unplugged, but more coffee shop acoustic sound. But at the same time, she's got this sort of new age feel to it in the background. So it's a very unique sound that I really like. She can do better with production, I must say that. If she brings in a top-end producer, a Grammy, whatever, like a proper producer coming in, it can go to the next level and she could get more commercial success. But I personally do like this artist, Lena B, and Character from a Book. You let me know what you think about it on Sunday when you listen to the song. These are the certified indie songs of the week, okay, by WOA, selected by the WOA team, and by a lot of our fans who actually listen in. And the more they sort of request a song or an artist, those artists get into our next sort of playlist or special episodes like the premieres and things like that. So after Lena B, we've got Silent Stranger, my dear friend from Canada. The song I'm going to play today, he wanted me to play the Motoring song, which is his original sort of hard rock, classic rock feel. But what I'm going to play is the Blues Motoring, which is the same song that I produced. I added in extra blues guitar feels to it in the beginning and at the end of the song. And it sort of changed the song to make it very blues rocky, even though the original is the same. And the song was on the Independent Blues Project and got into the Billboard Blues album charts at number 10. So congrats to all those artists. This is Blues Motoring. I hope you like this song. I personally love it because I've added the guitars and stuff, so I do like this song. So after Silent Stranger, we've got Howard Valentine with the song Diamonds in the Hood. I believe we have played this song before. The reason I'm adding Howard to this episode is because he was meant to be on our Christmas show, and the song came in a bit late. We couldn't add it into his playlist, but so we're gonna give this special sort of addition to Howard to get on the premiere of season 29. So I hope he appreciates the fact that I'm putting him on the premiere. So again, as I said, these songs might not play in the list that I'm telling you right now. They might easily be mixed up because I decided maybe at the last minute to change it around because we do plan out the songs to be put in a way that will go well on a radio show, because a lot of radio shows pick up our show. Well, after Howard Valentine, we've got Juice the Black Beethoven. Now I'm very excited to play Juice's song. This song is called Winner. Okay, and this is one of his favorite songs, actually. As an artist's favorite, it's like he loves this song to death, and he thinks it can be a anthem, for like young kids and things like that. A very uplifting song. I think it's a great song. It's got a 70s, 80s sort of feel, but I think with a little more modern production, that song can actually become a modern sort of anthem that can resonate or sort of connect with a lot of young folks today, you know. So, by the way, one thing I wanted to tell you about Juice the Black Beethoven is I'm producing one of his new singles. We're still working on the song. Very excited to work on blues on Juice's song. Now, Juice has been on the Independent Blues Project. He's been on a Christmas album. He's had a #1 EP recently during the Halloween time. So he's been on fire, you know. So I'm very excited to be producing a song for Juice. So Juice with Winner. Then we've got Melanie Georgio, another WOA artist. Now this is a very special song. It's called Feel. It's a dance song. It's a very spicy dance song. In the artist's own words. It's sung by Lani. It's a singer who did really well with Melanie, who got on the top 5 in the UK, on the dance charts, got on the Grammy nomination ballots recently, things like that. So Melanie, it's a good combination, I believe. Melanie is the composer and the producer, and Lani is the singer. And this song is not released. It's being released on WOA on, I believe, the last Friday of January, so in a couple of weeks. So do stick around. But again, as I said, you get the first listen right here on WOAFM99. No other station can tell you, or no other podcast or station can tell you that they can play this song before us. We get first priority. Woohoo! All right, after Melanie Georgio, Moon and Aries, another great Goa Chill Out Zone artist who has been on our Goa Chill Out Zone, hit #1 on the UK, the US, and Canada. Lots of other stuff, you know. That's one of our flagship sort of chill out, new age, easy listening albums. And this song, Moon and Aries, is a duo from Canada and Europe, you know. So the guys from Europe, Tom, I believe, and Jordana is from Canada. And this song is sung, I think, entirely by Jordana, and she's playing the piano. But there's a lot of sort of new agey, sort of chill out feel in the background, which is their sort of signature sound. And yeah, the song is called In Silence. Okay, beautiful name for a song. Let me know what you think. It's a piano ballad, and somehow in a funny way, it reminded me of that movie with Lady Gaga and what's his name, Bradley Cooper. I can't get the name of the movie, but it's a great movie, and there's this ballady song on a massive stage at one point of that movie, and this song reminded me of that. Not that, you know, this sounds like Lady Gaga or anything like that. It's just some sort of a feel in this song that sort of reminded me of that. So after Moon and Aries, we've got Rep May, my friend from Australia, great rock artist who's keeping, in my words, I think he's keeping hard rock guitar music alive. You know, he goes out there and he's really putting all his efforts into these beautiful albums that he's releasing, which is reminiscent of the 80s and 90s or early 90s sort of hard rock music, and guitar-based hard rock, I should say. So this song is called Provocative. It's a single, but it's also featured on his brand new album that's just out. So go check out Rep May and all these amazing artists. If you just Google the names, they'll come up, and please do support them, follow them, and it'll be great if you listen to their music before you tune into our WOAFM99 show on Sunday, so you know the artist just a little bit better, you know. And some of these guys will be on interviews, you know, chats, the In Conversation episodes that we do, where they will be talking one-on-one with me. So stick around for that. Get to know these acts and their music, and do write into us. Tell us which song or which artist you like the best, because the more that fans write in about a certain artist, that artist then gets into the WOA Music Award nomination list. Okay, so we're still working on the nomination list. It's going to be sometime in the middle of the year when the awards actually happen, but you will be voting for the nominees. So, but you're also part of us selecting the nominees. You know, with our team, it's the fans, the listeners, the WOAFM99 listeners specifically, who are choosing basically these artists to be in the various awards that we're going to be giving out. So it's going to be a big thing. There's going to be a festival, music festival, and a big awards ceremony. So any artist that actually gets into this is be our first award ceremony. So it's going to be a big thing. So I'm very excited. So Rep May with Provocative, and then we might have on Sunday we might have additional artists being added in. Some of my favorites who've just got new music out, but they're still in the mixing or mastering stages, and they're trying their best to get it into me before Sunday. But if we don't get it in on Sunday, it's going to be in on about episode 2 of WOAFM99 season 29 next Sunday. So some of those artists that I was hoping to get in on this Sunday show is Scott McPherson, great sound engineer from Nashville, Tennessee, and his music is fantastic. I love his stuff, So, but we haven't got the music in yet. But I'm hoping we can get it in very, very soon. Then, of course, Pete R, who does a lot of sort of collaborations with other artists, other singers. He had a beautiful song called Friday something. I can't get the full name, but it was a very, very cool commercial pop song that should have done really well in the top 40, in my opinion. But as you know, the music industry is such that if you're not signed to a major label, they don't let you get on commercial radio, but doesn't matter. The indie music scene is changing in a big way. WOA Entertainment Group is really putting a dent into the into the mainstream music industry, with several of our artists charting almost every couple of weeks on mainstream charts like the official UK top 100 album charts, singles charts, top 40 single charts, Billboard charts, and dance with Dua Lipa and all these guys. We've got WOA artists, charting at top 5, top 10 in these major charts, and blues album charts again with all legendary acts, world music charts, all this kinds of stuff. Rock as well, like Silent Stranger was also on the Billboard charts in rock songs, which is huge for an independent artist. Blues and world, I've been on that as well. So many other artists, jazz as well. So I'm very, very proud of what WOA is doing, of how we are taking the independent music artists that we represent to that mainstream stage, which is life-changing, and it's also showing fans that you don't have to just be spoon-fed music that you get on your regular radio when you're driving your car. You can listen to shows like WOAFM99 and get to know some amazing artists who are hitting the charts around the world, hitting MTV and VH1 music channels, wherever they still play music videos, by the way. So stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy the show. The first premiere episode, we don't have an in-conversation show. I've not brought in an artist or a producer or music industry professional to chat with. But episode 2, we will be having someone, and I will introduce that artist to you, or whoever the guest is, or on next Friday's Get to Know the Artist episode, which is every Friday, towards the end of the day, we'll release a YouTube video. But it'll be exactly like this, where I introduce to you the artist and tell you what's coming up on our Sunday podcast on WOAFM99 radio show and podcast, I must say. Oliver Sean signing out. See you soon.
Time, love.